Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about surrender and the difference between surrender and giving up, because they are very different things. And the reason this came up was because I was talking to a friend today and I said, maybe you could surrender into it and do something else alongside so that you don't have so much focus on this one thing working out. And she responded with, but that's giving up and I don't want to give up. And that's when I realized how we don't all realize exactly the difference between surrender and giving up. Surrender is leaning back and allowing the process to unfold, and giving up is quitting. And they are actually very different things. Quitting actually comes generally with a level of frustration and lack and anger, and I'm not doing this anymore because XYZ. Surrender is just handing over the process to our soul, to our higher self, to the universe, whatever you want to believe you're handing it over to. Personally, I believe everything is within and we're just simply handing it over to our higher self. But if you want to believe you're handing it to God or whatever it is that you're handing it to, surrender is basically what surrender is it's loosening up that resistance and freeing it up and creating space for it to come in. That to me is what surrender is. Because when we're not in surrender, we're trying to control and push and force, or we're getting frustrated and we're feeling lack, and then we want to give up. And giving up is generally, unless we just naturally feel we want to move on and do something different, giving up on a dream or something we actually want to do is actually a result of having too much resistance and becoming so frustrated that the only thing that you have left to do is to give up. Surrendering is thinking, I've put a lot of effort into this, I've worked hard, and I'm going to really allow that space to be created so it can come in for me. Because when we're just like trying to desperately clutch and grasp at things, and we feel the lack of things, and we are constantly observing we don't have it yet, then we're just living actually from a space of lack. We're creating a ton of resistance and we're not allowing that thing to come in. So surrender is so important. Surrender, being mindful, present, living in the moment is so important for us to try and get there in order for the things that make us happy and that we love to come in and make our life more abundant. Now, obviously, when people say just surrender, that's definitely easier said than done. And surrender in itself is a process. I don't think anybody that's in the throes of lack and desperation is just going to be able to surrender like that just because you've told them to surrender. It really isn't that simple, but we can make steps forwards towards a place of surrender. And meditation, being mindful, trying to focus on other things rather than being so single focused on that one thing often helps. It just loosens up and frees the energy and allows that or something better to enter our lives. So short little video today, but I really feel like it's important to note that surrender is not giving up. And I think sometimes it feels like giving up because when you surrender and you let something go, it sort of feels like you're having to let it go and give up, but you're just freeing that space for it to come in. And it's very, very different. You'll know the difference because surrender is calm and peaceful, and you feel space and you feel in a state of allowing. And giving up is actually when you still really, really want it, but you want it so much that you're so frustrated that it's making you angry and frustrated that you don't have it yet. So it's actually not even giving up. It's essentially not being in a state where you can receive the things that you would like to receive. So I hope that that was useful to some people, and we always need a reminder because there's always many things that we can work towards surrendering on. I think there's very few people that are in a full state of surrender at all times. Bye.